From DuPage Medical Group Field in Joliet, Illinois, this afternoon, our coverage of the 2021 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletics Conference Baseball Tournament continues with the third of our four-game schedule today and the third elimination game as our 4 p.m. game today, about to get started a little bit earlier than scheduled, as our game this afternoon will feature the Fighting Saints of the University of St. Francis against the Lakers of Roosevelt University in a game to determine who will compete tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. against the loser of tonight's game between Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier. Hi again, everybody, and good afternoon. I'm Tom Westenfeld. Great to have you with us here as we roll on toward the home stretch of this 2021 baseball tournament. It could conceivably end tomorrow night, but still a bit of a ways to go before we find out whether that will in fact be the case or whether we will be able to return or will have to return on Wednesday. Anyway, St. Francis today shutting out St. Ambrose 5-0 in the game played just prior to this one. And they meet Roosevelt, which held on. They came back twice from 2-run deficits to defeat Indiana South Bend today by a final of 5-4 in our 10 a.m. game. So here we are for the 4 p.m. contest. Great to have you with us. And let's take a look at the batting orders for today's game. And for the visiting Fighting Saints of the University of St. Francis, it'll be Travis Schoonover leading it off and in right field. Then Noah Carraro batting second and at shortstop. Josh Tesh batting third and at third base. Joe McGuire batting fourth and at first base. Foster Heiss batting fifth and at DH. Dolan Nicholson batting sixth and at second base. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jake Lasota. Batting eighth will be the left fielder, Sean Harper. Batting ninth will be the center fielder, Luke Ketchum. Colin Kelly will be on the mound today for St. Francis. We'll run down the Roosevelt lineup when we get a chance, as again we're underway about, right now it's 3:42 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time, so they are rolling along with the games here today. And so it'll be Travis Schoonover to lead it off here for St. Francis in yet another elimination game. And away we go as Matt Donahue on the mound for Roosevelt. And he works out of the stretch. The first pitch of the game will miss outside. 1-0. 57 degrees is the game time temperature. First pitch coming at 3:42 p.m. A little bit of a wind blowing right now. The most windy it's been all day long. The 1-0 grounded back up the middle. And glove there at shortstop, and from behind the base, Gutierrez throws to first in time for the out. So a 6-3 put out to start the game, and here's the shortstop, Noah Carraro. Carraro, through 3 games in the tournament, is now 6 of 13, has a .462 average, and has driven a run, has 6 hits and 1 double. First pitch here. Strike called at the letters, so he's behind at 0-1. Donahue comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Matt Donahue this year, 0-1 with a 3.55 ERA, has 14 strikeouts and 5 walks. 1 ball and 1 strike on this windy Monday afternoon. Here's the pitch from Donahue. Right-hander deals. And it'll be a called third strike, as that was an 0-2 pitch. Called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. So 2 down in the St. Francis first, and here's Josh Tesh. St. Francis in the previous game against St. Ambrose, they scored early and then late to put away the ball game. They scored 2 runs in the first inning, then tacked on 3 late runs to seal the deal. There's a called strike to Tesh, and he's behind at 0-1. Josh Tesh, now 5 for 12, .417 through 3 games in the tournament. The pitch swung on it, a ball that looked like it was a bit of a hanger, and it's fouled off to the right out of play. 0-2 to Tesh. Matt Donahue working on a 1-2-3 inning to start things off. So the winner of this game will play either St. Xavier or Olivet Nazarene tomorrow at 4 to determine who will be playing from the loser's bracket in the final round. There's a ball low and outside, 1-2. And it could be that game tomorrow could determine the other CCAC bid to the NAIA World Series. Donahue deals, swinging a slow roller to Broccolino at second. He's up with it, lobs it to first base, and that'll close out the inning. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after a half inning. St. Francis nothing. Roosevelt coming to bat. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the first inning here in Joliet, Illinois, as it'll be Daniel Gutierrez, the Roosevelt shortstop, to start things off here for the Lakers. As on the mound for St. Francis, the left-hander, Colin Kelly, 0-1 with beg your pardon, he is a 1-0, has a 1-0 record with a 3.43 ERA. 15 strikeouts, 13 walks as he works quickly, and there's a swing and a high pop-up. Left side right near third base, and now into foul territory and back into fair territory is Josh Tesh to make the catch. Kind of circled under it almost a little bit here. Not quite in a circular motion. He went into foul territory while moving laterally to his right, then moved back to his left, back maybe about a step into fair territory to make the catch. So one away, and here's Andrew Olszewski, the center fielder, and the first pitch to him is a swinging strike, and it's 0-1. Olszewski, right-handed batter, awaits, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that makes it 0-2. Olszewski, 3 for 12, a .250 average during the tournament, has 2 RBIs. Here comes the 0-2, and that'll be over but low. So 1-2 to Olszewski. He'll be followed by Tyler Suchy, the third baseman, then Joshua Stivers in right field. Kerry Zacey batting fifth and in left field today for Roosevelt. There's a called third strike on the outside corner. Glad I waited there. I was about to call that a ball outside, but Olszewski is rung up on a called third strike for the second out of the inning. Kerry Zacey batting sixth and in left field. Then Andrew Rodriguez, the first baseman, he's batting sixth. Then Chris Baracalino batting seventh and at second base, followed by Matt Donahue, the pitcher. Batting ninth will be the catcher, Brian Fox. So here's Tyler Suchy batting with 2 out and nobody on base. And he's quickly behind here, 0-1. Suchy has had a great tournament. Leads the Lakers with there's a ball outside. 1-1 now. He leads the Lakers, hitting .583 for the tournament. 7 hits at 12 at-bats. Has a pair of doubles. Takes here low. 2 balls and a strike. Joshua Stivers would be next. 0-0 game, 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the first inning for Roosevelt. Next pitch, Suchi takes. A little bit low on a fastball. Makes it 3-1. Here's the kick, 3-1 pitch from the left-hander. And that'll be bounced to the left side of the infield. And moving to his left, Tesh at third base, fires across in time to end the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base, as in the first inning, 6 up and 6 down combined. We played one, no score. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the second inning here in our elimination game, and it'll be Joe McGuire starting things off for St. Francis against Roosevelt right-hander Matt Donahue. Neither team able to score in the first inning today. And here we go now to inning number 2, and the first pitch. And that'll be a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to McGuire. Joe McGuire, 6 of 12 and even 500 for the tournament. Has a home run. He's driven in 4 during the proceedings. There's a strike called on the outside edge again. So quickly 0-2 to McGuire. As we said, it's been the windiest all day, and you can, I'm sure, appreciate that. You can hear the wind through our effects mic. As the 0-2 swung on and missed, looked like that was a little bit of a breaking ball. And so McGuire is out on strikes for the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Matt Donahue, and here's Foster Hayes, the designated hitter. Hayes is 3 for 11 in the tournament. Does have a triple and 2 runs batted in. First pitch here. And that'll be taken for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Dolan Nicholson next. Then if we continue on, Jake Lasota, the catcher. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a foul, left side out of play. So Heiss behind now at 0-2. Righty versus lefty as Donahue comes set. Swinging a ball, line foul, left side. So it remains no balls and 2 strikes. As we play here in the bottom of the second inning. If memory serves, this is, I believe, I was going to say game number 10. It's game number 11. There's a swing and a ball, again sliced left side, but foul, landing in the bullpen down the third base side. So it stays 0-2 to Heiss. St. Francis as a team hitting .354 for the tournament. Donahue into the stretch. The 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to the left side, and this one is going to be to left field for a base hit. So Heiss, an interesting progression there. He hit the last 3 pitches to the left side of the infield. One was foul onto the berm down the left field side. The next one was foul into the bullpen in the field of play. And then the third one, he strained out a little bit more and fired into the left field for a base hit. So here's Dolan Nicholson now. 1 on, 1 out in the St. Francis second inning. Nicholson, left-handed batter, awaits in the first pitch to him. Swinging a ground ball right side, and that'll be into right field for a base hit. Heiss will pull up at second base and stay there. And now back-to-back hits, and St. Francis with something going here in the bottom of the second inning. I should say top of 2. And St. Francis is the visiting team here today. This is their home field. They've only been the home team in one of their games so far in the tournament. Here's Jake Lasota. And what makes it more difficult to kind of, in your mind, keep track of is that Roosevelt wearing their road green jerseys while St. Francis wearing their home white tops and white pants. So here's Lasota and the pitch. Fastball, strike on the outside edge. 0-1 here to Lasota. Lasota for the tournament, 3 for 13 with a run batted in. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, and Broccolino to his left, cannot get to it. It sneaks into right field, runner rounding third, relay to the plate, sweep tag, not in time. It actually might have been in time, but the ball came out of the catcher's mitt, and now it gets away, and the other runners advance to second and third as a run in for St. Francis. Heiss came all the way around third base, not slowing up one step. And the relay throw was caught there by Fox, but he tried a sweep tag. I'm not sure they would have gotten him anyway. Lasota is aboard, and we'll have a pinch runner for him come into the game. As St. Francis has the early lead. Scott Tumulty will come in to run now for Lasota. He ran in the previous game today. So runners now at second and third. And a run in. 1-0 St. Francis. First pitch here, down and away. Gets away from Fox, but not far enough for the runners to advance. So 1-0 here to Sean Harper. So Lasota credited with a single, and then he took second on the throw in. Next pitch here, fouled off to the right, out of play. So 1-1 now to Sean Harper. Runners take their leads from second and third. Donahue a long look in for the sign from Fox, and now Harper will step out of the batter's box. Now Harper back in. The set and the pitch. Fastball strike over the outer half. That makes it 1-2. Luke Ketchum awaits on deck. Wind blowing in now straight from center field. Donahue, long pause. Turns, throws to second base, but the runner back. Very late in that sequence. Gutierrez came in from his shortstop position, taking the throw, but runner back in. Tumulty is at second base running right now. And it's Dolan Nicholson at third. Here's the set by Donahue. The pitch. Swung on it, a ball up in the zone. High fly ball, actually a pop-up. Left side of the infield. Calling for it there is the shortstop Gutierrez, and he makes the catch. So that is the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the order, Luke Ketchum, the center fielder. And when that ball came off the bat, I noticed the reaction in my peripheral vision of Andrew Oshesky in center field. He came in kind of sprinting in a little bit there, and I thought it would have more carry to it, but it turned out to be a pop-up. And the out going to the shortstop, Gutierrez, as we said. So here's Ketchum now. Batting with 2 on, 2 out. And the pitch. Breaking ball, and it hits Ketchum on the shoulder, and so the bases are loaded. As we'll recycle back to the top of the order. So Donahue hitting Ketchum, and that'll bring to the plate Travis Schoonover. That is the first hit batter from Roosevelt pitching in the tournament. And it loads the bases here. So here's Schoonover, 0 for 1. He grounded out to Gutierrez at shortstop. First pitch here. And it'll get through Brian Fox. Runner from third coming in. Throw to the pitcher covering. Not in time. And a miscue here gives St. Francis their second run of the inning. So Nicholson scores. 2-0 St. Francis. The other runners move up. Tumulty to third, Ketchum to second. 1-0 now to Schoonover. Left-handed batter awaits. So the bases were not loaded for long there. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit well to the right side. Broccolino dives, makes contact, but he can't get to it. It rolls into right field. And St. Francis able to add to their lead. 2 more runs score. And it's a 4-0 lead for St. Francis. Great effort there by Broccolino, but he couldn't get to it. So Schoonover aboard, and that'll continue the inning now for Noah Carraro. Here's the set by Donahue. He'll turn, throw to first base, and the runner back in. Carraro 0 for 1. He was caught looking on a strikeout back in the first inning. So 4 runs across for St. Francis here in the second inning. Right now, Roosevelt, already their backs kind of against the wall now in this elimination game. Throw to first to the runner is barely safe. A lot of noise. I'm not sure from which dugout there. To be honest, I thought that was going to be a successful pickoff throw there, but it wasn't to be. So Carraro now waits. Here's the pitch. Fastball a little bit low. So 1-0 here to Carraro. Here's the set. The 1-0. Lifted in the air. Slicing a bit towards short right center field. Backing up the second baseman Broccolino. Makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But St. Francis tosses up a crooked number on the board. As 4 runs, 4 hits. And I believe there was an error there. And 1 left on base. And we go bottom 2. It is St. Francis 4, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We move to the bottom of the second inning, and Roosevelt now find themselves in a 4-run hole here as they trail 4-0. And there was an error charged to the catcher during that 4-run rally by St. Francis in that last half inning. So Brian Fox charged with an error. So we have that taken care of, and now Joshua Stivers will lead it off here for Roosevelt. Well, they came back twice from 2-run deficits in the first game against St. Ambrose. There's a wave and a miss, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. Here's the next pitch. Swung on. This is drilled to left field. That'll be in there for a base hit. So Stivers aboard here. Need to correct myself as the Lakers defeating Indiana South Bend when they came back twice earlier on today. So the leadoff hitter aboard here for the Lakers of Roosevelt in the bottom of the second inning. And here's Kerry Zacey, the left fielder. Zacey, right-handed batter, waits first pitch to him. Misses outside, 1-0. Zacey so far, 2 of 11. Has a double and 2 RBIs in the tournament. Takes a breaking ball strike. That makes it 1-1. There's a fastball a little bit low now. 2 balls and a strike here to Zacey. Zacey out of the box, now back in. And the pitch. Swung on, kind of an inside-out swing, and it's popped foul right side out of play. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out, 4-0 St. Francis. We play in the bottom of the second inning in this elimination game. There's a swing and a bouncer left side of the infield. Tesh at third, gloves to second for 1. And a first for the around the horn 5-4-3 double play. So Stivers forced at second. And then Zacey out at first. 2 away with the bases empty for Andrew Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 4 for 13 so far in the tournament. That's good for a 3.08 average. Has 3 runs batted in. Takes the first pitch in there. Called strike 0-1. Chris Broccolino next, and Matt Donahue if we go that far in this inning. Here's the wind of the 0-1 pitch. Strike called over the outer half. No balls and 2 strikes. So Colin Kelly, with the help of a double play now, 1 strike away from being able to face the minimum. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. I do not necessarily believe that was a waste pitch. So 1-2 now to Rodriguez. I think that was headed to the corner and just barely missed. There's a swing and a little flare out towards short left field, backing up Tesh along the left field line about 30 feet beyond the infield, and he makes the grab to end the inning. So in the inning for Roosevelt, no runs, a hit, no errors. Nobody left on base as Stivers was erased on that double play after the leadoff single. We have played through 2. It is St. Francis 4, Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we go now to the St. Francis half of the third inning. 4-0 in favor of the Fighting Saints as Josh Tesh will start it off. Heart of the order coming up now for the Saints. As Matt Donahue comes to the plate. First pitch, fastball strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Tesh, who's 0-4-1 in the game. Grounded out to Broccolino at second base his first time up. Here's the set by Donahue in the 0-1. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Well, the tournament now really starting to come into focus here. This is the third and final elimination game of the day. And then tonight, Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier will play. As after this ball game, there's a ball low and outside. 1-2 now to Tesh. After this game, there will be 3 teams still in contention for the tournament title. There's a fastball missing inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tesh. Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier playing tonight at 7 o'clock. Terry Bonadonna will have the call to that. I'll be back with you tomorrow at 4 p.m. and the rest of the way, there's a ball high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Donahue comes set, the 3-2 from Donahue to Tesh. And that's a sharp one hopper to Broccolino. Throws to first and 1 away in the inning. So 1 up and 1 down. Good at bat there for Tesh, just didn't work out. Now here's Joe McGuire. So McGuire stands in. He's 0-for-1 in the game today. Had a swinging strikeout back in the second inning. Here comes the 0-1. High and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Mentioned earlier on that Roosevelt came back twice against Indiana South Bend earlier on in the morning game today, but that was a situation too where they were able to bounce right back each time. There's a swing and a high fly ball to left field. Zacey backing up. Plenty of room. Wind keeping it in the yard, and that'll be caught by Zacey for the second out of the inning. Yeah, if you want to hit a ball out right now, the way the wind has picked up as the day has gone along, you're going to have to hit it pretty hard. Here's Foster Heiss now. Heiss with a single and a run scored in the game. Bats here with 2 out, nobody on base. Here's the pitch. And that'll be down and in 1-0 to Heiss. Quite the gust of wind there. Donahue comes set. Here's the 1-0. This is popped up left side down the foul line. Now the wind takes it out of play. Todd Arsucci going after that one over on the third base side railing, but I think it's fairly obvious the wind had a major effect on the flight of that ball. So 1-1 to Heiss now. All right, Matt Donahue comes set. The 1-1. Fastball down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Righty versus lefty as the 2-1 is on the way. This is hit well to right center field, and that will split the gap and go all the way to the fence for extra bases. Heiss pulls up, standing up with a 2-base hit here with 2 down in the inning. And Heiss now 2 for 2. He's halfway to a cycle with a single and a double. That ball was right in the wheelhouse there, and Heiss drilled it. So that'll bring up now Dolan Nicholson, the second baseman, and a chance to add to the St. Francis lead here. They already lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth, I should say. Top of the third. As here's Nicholson. Getting a little ahead of myself here. Righty versus lefty. Nicholson goes after the first pitch, pops it up left side. The wind will take that out of play, and it's 0-1. Nicholson 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored back in inning number 2. St. Francis so far out hitting Roosevelt 4-1. When you get to this point in the tournament, here comes the set now and the delivery. Swing and a foul back. This is where the depth of your pitching staff, the depth of your starting rotation really can separate a team from the rest of the field. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a foul to the left out of play, and it stays 0-2. I've seen a couple of situations during this tournament and in tournaments past where you might have a great ace and then a decent number 2, but then you get deeper and deeper into the starting rotation, and it's harder to keep the opponent off the board. Donahue looks at second. Here's the 0-2. Fastball high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-out runner at second. Jake Lasota would be next. 4-0 St. Francis here in the top half of inning number 3. Here's the set and the pitch. Swing and a foul back. And so it's 1-2. Nicholson out of the box, now back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Left-handed hitting second baseman awaits. Here's the delivery. Swinging a ground ball. Hit well, but Broccolino down on one knee, slides on that knee, backhands, and then throws to first for the out. Well executed there by Broccolino as the Lakers of Roosevelt strand the fighting St. Runner at second base. In the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go bottom 3. It is St. Francis 4 and Roosevelt nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Roosevelt trailing at 4-0. Chris Broccolino will lead it off here now for the Lakers of Roosevelt. As the bottom 3rd of the order coming up. First pitch from Colin Kelly, a breaking ball. In for a called strike, so Broccolino quickly behind at 0-1. Broccolino, Donahue, and Fox 2 up, swinging a ground ball into left field for a base hit. Second straight inning now that Roosevelt has had their leadoff batter reach. Stivers reached on a single to start the 2nd inning, but he was erased on a well-turned 5-4-3 double play. So a runner aboard, nobody out for Roosevelt. That'll bring up Matt Donahue. Donahue, the pitcher, starting pitcher today for Roosevelt, so no designated hitter. And there's a breaking ball high to make it 1-0. Donahue, 2 for 6 so far in this tournament. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike called on a pitch right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Donahue out of and then back into the batter's box. The 1-1. Bounced in front of the plate. 2 balls and a strike here. Broccolino takes his lead. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Diving stop there at first base. And then getting up and recording an unassisted putout, Joe McGuire, who looked around and saw that, in a way, he'd fielded that ball so quickly that there was no chance for anybody else to cover the base. So McGuire got back to his feet and made the out himself on a good play. Broccolino to second. 3 unassisted on the out for Donahue. 1 up, 1 on, and 1 out now. And here's Brian Fox. First pitch to him. And it is over but low. 1 ball and no strikes. Fox, 2 hits and 8 trips to the plate. Has an RBI as well in this tournament. Runner at second. And the next pitch taken. Looked like a little bit low. 2-0 to Brian Fox. Tonight at 7, Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier. That should be a good ball game. Terry Bonadonna will be on the call. And I thank Terry again this year for being gracious enough to call a game a day on these 4-game mornings, afternoons, and evenings. There's a ball high. 3-0 here to Fox. Terry is going to wind up calling all of the primetime games here in this tournament. Here's the 3-0. Strike at the letters, making it 3-1. Now time called. Broccolino at second, 1 out in the inning. Roosevelt trailing in here 4-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. So that'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That ball has been retrieved and taken out of play. And now Kelly has a new ball in his hand. Comes to the plate. And that is ball 4. Look close, but Fox gets the call, and he's on board with a base on balls. And back to the top of the order we go. Pinch runner coming into the game now for Roosevelt. And this will be Diego Blanco. So Blanco running at first base for Fox. Back to the top of the order, and Daniel Gutierrez. He is 0 for 1. He popped out to Tesh at third base his first time up. Here's the set, and now no pitch. A quick look back at second base, but no throw. Here comes the set. The pitch. There's a bunt to the first base side, right of the mound. And the flip to first base too high. It gets away. Runner from third coming in. The throw too late. And so the Lakers are on the board, and the runners will wind up at second and third. Kelly off the mound to field it. Had to hurry. He underhanded it. It was too high for the first baseman, McGuire. The ball getting away, and Roosevelt on the board. So it's now a 4-1 game on the defensive miscue. Blanco went to third on the play. Gutierrez, he finishes up at second. We'll check the scoring on that. Here's Andrew Oshesky now. Base hit could really tighten things up. First pitch down and in, 1-0. Oshesky 0 for 1. He was caught looking for a strikeout. His first time up. Still 1 out in the inning. Runners at second and third. Swinging a fly ball. Medium deep center field. Ketchum is there. Has it. Runner from third tags. Throw will come back into the left side of the infield, so it does not come to the plate. And a sacrifice fly for Oshesky. That makes it a 4-2 game. Gutierrez stays at second. Two down in the inning now. Diego Blanco coming in to score there, and here's Todd Arsucci. So Roosevelt has cut their deficit in half. There's a swing and a miss, 0-1 to Succi. who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third base. Here comes the set and the pitch. Fastball strike, and Suchy behind now at 0-2. Gutierrez was given a single on that at bat. And there's a pitch in the dirt. Good stop there behind the plate by Lasota. As an error was charged on that play to Joe McGuire. So each team with an error in the game. The count here is 1-2 to Tyler Suchy. Swings and chops one to the left side. To Hopper. Glove there at short, and the throw to first base from Carraro in time to end the inning. But Roosevelt on the board as they pick up a pair of runs in the frame. 1 run on 2 hits, an error, and a runner left on base. And after 3, it is St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So things tightening up in the last half inning now as we go to the 4th inning. 4-2 in favor of St. Francis. And Jake Lasota will start it off here for the Fighting Saints. As the home plate umpire wants the music to be turned off. And there it goes. So now we're ready to start. Lasota 1 for 1 in the game, had a single back in the 2nd inning. Then he was lifted for a pinch runner that later came around to score. Here's the set by Matt Donahue in the pitch. Swinging a pop-up right side foul territory. That'll be out of play. 0-1 to Lasota. Well, Roosevelt, they are no stranger on this Elimination Monday to coming back. They came back twice from 2-run deficits in the game against Indiana South Bend. And they have been able to pull back to within a pair after spotting St. Francis a 4-0 lead. There's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-2 now to Lasota. Sun coming back out now here. As here's the 0-2. Fastball a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Started today about 20 minutes early, right around 3:40 p.m. Here comes the 1-2, grounded foul, third base side. Right now, St. Francis is out, hit Roosevelt 4-3. 2 errors charged so far now to St. Francis, to 1 for the Lakers. There's a swing and a foul tip caught behind home plate by Brian Fox, and that's a strikeout of Jake Lasota for the first out in the St. Francis 4th inning. 3rd strikeout of the game thus far for Matt Donahue, and now he will face Sean Harper. Harper, 0 for 1, he popped out to Gutierrez at shortstop. Here's the kick in the first pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Harper. Donahue comes set. Here's the 0-1. Over but low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Donahue comes set. The 1-1. Swung on and popped up. Right side, calling for it, Chris Broccolino. And he has it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here, and Matt Donahue 1 out away from the oft-mentioned and important shutdown inning. Once you get momentum, you want to follow that up defensively and not let the opposition take the momentum back. Here's Luke Ketchum, who was hit by a pitch and later scored back in the 2nd inning. First pitch here, a strike over the outer half. 0-1 here. It's even more imperative when you take a lead. But really, after any kind of rally in a fairly tight game, you want to come back the next half inning defensively and keep the opposition off the board. There's a ball low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. We play here in the top of the 4th inning, 4-2 St. Francis the lead. Winner to play tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. There's a breaking ball and inside 2-0. I thought I heard a little double click there in my headset through the effects mic. Thought that might have been a hit batter, but that didn't happen. Here's the 2-1. Strike called over the outer half, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two to Ketchum. The set by Donahue and the 2-2 offering. Low and outside. So it's a full count. Travis Schoonover would be next if the inning continues. Ketchum back into the batter's box. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball down and in the zone. Really nothing he could have done with that one. And that ends the inning. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning at St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off for Roosevelt, the right fielder, number 37, Joshua Stivers.
Roosevelt, right fielder Joshua Stivers swinging and missing in the first pitch as he leads off the Roosevelt half of the 4th inning. And now he takes a little bit low, 1 ball and 1 strike to Stivers. 4-2 game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And as has been the case, or as was the case, as time now called, as was the case for the first games for each of these teams today, the season is on the line. Swinging a base hit to left field here for Stivers. Stivers, he led off the 2nd inning with a base hit, was forced out on a double play, but it still bears mentioning that's the 3rd straight inning now that Roosevelt has been able to put their leadoff hitter aboard, and that'll bring up Kerry Zacey.
Left fielder, number 2, Kerry Zacey.
Zacey hit into a 5-4-3 double play after Stivers led off that second inning. Well turned there by the St. Francis infield. Tesh is in on the infield grass at third. First pitch here, 1-0 to Zacey. And fully aware that this is not actually grass, it's turf. Here's the 1-0. High and away, way upstairs, and Lasota back up to his feet there to bring that pitch in. And Zacey now in a hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes. Zacey looks down at Jason Becker at third base, now back into the batter's box. And the pitch. Fastball high, 3-0. Well, you can't ask for a better start to the at-bat there for Zacey unless maybe you get a fastball right in your wheelhouse and you put it over the fence. But here's a 4-pitch walk to Zacey now. And the tying runs are on base for Roosevelt. So 2 on, nobody out. Here's Andrew Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 1. He popped out to third base his first time up. Lefty versus lefty here. Here's the first pitch. I'm not sure whether to call that a curve or a fastball with movement. Either way, it was in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Rodriguez. Colin Kelly comes set. Now time called. The winner of this game to play the loser of Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier tomorrow at 4, and then the winner of that game will play the winner of tonight's game in the first of possibly 2 championship round games. There's a ball low and away. You could say championship games in the final round. That's possible. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rodriguez. And the pitch. Fastball low and away. 2-1. Kelly leans in, gets the sign, now comes set. There's a fastball. Good location there by Kelly. As Rodriguez swinging through it. Looked like that ball had a little downward movement to it. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball right back up the middle. Fielded there by Kelly to second for 1. Relay. That's a 1-6-3 double play. The second twin killing of the game defensively for St. Francis. And 2 are out now. As on the play, Stivers goes to third. So here's Chris Broccolino. That's a classic, what I call a rally-killing double play there. You get the first 2 runners on, the momentum starts to feel that it's going your way, and then you hit into a very well-turned double play in that case. First pitch to Broccolino, down and in, 1-0. And so now you're left with 2 away and a runner at third base. Still a chance to score, but either way, you wonder. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1 now to Broccolino. Either way, you probably end the inning looking back, wondering what might have been. 1-1 to Broccolino. Here's the pitch. Down and in. Gets away a little bit from Lasota, but he quickly tracks it down left of home plate. As at third base, Stivers has to stay put. Two and one to Broccolino. Matt Donahue, the pitcher, would be next. The pitch. Swing and a ball down and in the zone. Just like the pitch that ended the last half inning, almost unhittable, and now it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a bouncer wide of the bag, third foul, and caught by third base and Roosevelt head coach Jason Becker at the third base coach's box, and it stays 2-2. Game number 11 of a potential 15-game tournament. There's a swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Nope, foul tip. Well, that was a great pitch there by Colin Kelly. And I thought initially Broccolino had waved at it and missed, but he barely made contact and kept the at-bat alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Swing and a miss there, and that will end the inning. And a fist pump from Lasota behind the plate as Roosevelt, a promising start to the inning, but it fizzles in the end. In the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left at third base. And we have played 4 complete, and it is St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the middle frame of this elimination game. Top of the 5th inning. Top of the order to up for St. Francis now. So Travis Schoonover will start it off here for the Fighting Saints. And the first pitch will be in for a called strike over the outer half. 0-1 to Schoonover, who's 1 for 2 with a single and 2 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So no balls and 2 strikes here. Schoonover with the 2 RBIs now has 7 RBIs for the tournament. No 0-2 quite yet as time is called here. 4-2 ball game, top of the 5th inning. Here's the set now by Matt Donahue, trying to keep his team in the game. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Left side, short left field, wind taking it over toward the left field foul line, and with the angle on it there was the shortstop, Gutierrez, who makes kind of a slow running catch there. He wasn't at full speed, but still kind of running along, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 away, and here's Noah Carraro. Carraro 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out to the second baseman. And the pitch. Squares to bunt, lays it down nicely. Picked up here by Fox. Whirls, throws to first. And a great pick there at first base as well by Andrew Rodriguez. That ball nearly converged, actually did converge with the runner crossing the bag. And Rodriguez did a great job there to kind of stay out of the way but reach out and make the play. Well done there, and there's 2 away in the inning. And here's Josh Tesh. I kind of like the idea there by Carraro to try to bunt his way on. And it nearly paid off. Here's Tesh 0 for 2. He's grounded to second twice. And there's a called strike 0-1. So if you're Chris Broccolino, be aware. A ball may be coming your way. Here's the 0-1. Called strike. A little bit of velocity there from Donahue, and quickly Tesh is in an 0-2 hole. Donahue working quickly now, gets the sign, and the 0-2. Curveball low and away. Tesh started to swing but held up. So 1-2 now. Tesh awaits the pitch, goes after it, and fouls it off right side out of play, and it stays a ball and 2 strikes. Joe McGuire awaits on deck for St. Francis. Here's the set. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Short right field, coming on Stivers, waving everybody off, and he's into foul territory. Makes the catch in the bullpen down the right side, and that will end the inning. So in the inning for St. Francis, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Halfway point of this third elimination game of the day. 3 of 4 games overall, and it stays St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off for the Lakers.
Bottom of the 5th inning.
35, Matt Donahue.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Joliet. Matt Donahue, the Lakers starting pitcher, leading it off. Takes the first pitch from Colin Kelly. Over below, 1 ball and no strikes. 4-2 ball game. Quite a few of the elimination games have been very good games. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Looking back as Donahue goes after this next pitch and fouls it off right at home plate. 1-2 the count here. Roosevelt edging Indiana South Bend 5-4 in that elimination game. As that next pitch comes inside. Some other 1-run games in the tournament. We had 2 on day 1 when St. Xavier edged Judson 4-3, and then St. Ambrose defeated Roosevelt. I should say St. Xavier winning 5-4, and then St. Ambrose, they edged Roosevelt 4-3 as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Matt Donahue. Then the 5-4 win today by Roosevelt. Swinging a ground ball right side, and it'll roll into right field. And again, the leadoff hitter aboard for Roosevelt. The 4th straight time that they've led off the inning with a base hit. So here's Brian Fox. See if we have a change coming up here in the lineup of some sort. I was marking the previous result in my scorebook, looked up and saw a little conversation, but now we're ready to get back to baseball here as Brian Fox stands in. He is not yet heading to bat. He has a walk to his credit. As he takes the first pitch here, he squared the bunt, took the pitch high and away, and it's 1-0. Fox back into the batter's box here. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a bunt to the backstop. That makes it 1-1. Roosevelt down 4-2, trying to move this runner along. They were down early 4-0 after a 4-run second inning for St. Francis. That's the only inning they have scored in, have the Saints. There's another bunt foul back. So 0-2 here. We'll see if the bunt is still called for here. A little bit more of a risky proposition, obviously, with 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 here. And the pitch. High and away. So the at-bat continues. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see now if behind the plate, Lesotho sets up for a pitch that might go down and in. Colin Kelly has had success. Both pitchers have had success with that kind of pitch, but this one is looked like a little up in the zone, popped up right side foul territory. And over to make the catch, Joe McGuire. He used up every inch of room there, but stayed in play, and so Fox not able to advance the runner, and there's one out in the inning. Back to the top of the order. Here's Daniel Gutierrez now for Roosevelt. Gutierrez singled in the third inning, advanced to second on an error, but was ultimately left on base. He's also popped out to Josh Tesh at third. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. One on, one out. Bottom of 5, 4-2 St. Francis. There's a swing and a miss at a ball down in the zone. 1-1. Looked like that handcuffed the catcher Lesotho there for a bit, but no chance for any advancement there by Matt Donahue at first base. Here comes the 1-1 swing and a miss. Gutierrez. A hard swing there, but coming up empty, so a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball high, 2-2. Andrew Olszewski awaits on deck, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swinging a ball in the air. Thought for a minute it might be a pop-up, but it does have carry, and in right field, the catch made by Travis Schoonover for the out. Coming off the bat there, I thought that would be a little pop fly to the second baseman, but it carried out there, and now here's Olszewski. Olszewski is 0 for 1 with an RBI. He had a sacrifice flies last time up. Fouls this first pitch back, and he's behind at 0-1. So 2 out here and a runner aboard still at first base after Donahue's leadoff single. Really the story of this game with one exception. This pitch goes to the backstop here, or did it hit the batter? Nope, the ball's still alive. The umpire held up both arms. And now it is determined that it hit the batter. So Olszewski is aboard after being hit by a pitch. And Todd Arsucci will come up. A little conversation here now between coach and umpire after that call. Coach Mihalik out for St. Francis. Conversation continues. We've had some interesting situations in this tournament with batters that were hit by pitches. One situation had a batter not being awarded first base because he leaned into the pitch. Earlier on today in the Roosevelt game, in the first game of the day, we had Brian Fox attempting to bunt the ball. It really wasn't entirely obvious, and it was called, he was hit by the pitch, and it was called that he offered at the pitch with a bunt, so it wound up to be a strike. All right, here we go now. Back to baseball. Tyler Suchy into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2. First pitch here, and it'll be over but low, 1-0 to the very dangerous Tyler Suchy. Suchy stands in, and the pitch down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Suchy right now is 7 for 14 in the tournament. 2 doubles. And he bats here. Double here would possibly tie the ball game. Here's the pitch. He squares the bunt, pulled the bat back. The pitch came in a little bit low. So 3-0 here to Suchy. Here's the set by Kelly. 3-0 delivery. Strike called right down the middle. Suchy thought he had the walk there, but it didn't happen. But he's in a great hitter's count, obviously, at 3 balls and a strike. Kelly comes to the belt. The left-hander deals. Swung on. That ball ran inside. There was a good location on the pitch. Pop foul behind home plate. Lesotho off with the mask, and he has it just inside the back wall, and that'll end the inning. That was a great pitch there by Kelly to get out of the mini jam. So in the inning, the Lakers again put runners on, but they do not score. No runs in the inning on a hit, no errors, a hit batter, and 2 left on base. After 5 complete, it's St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. You're tuned to CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Leading off the first baseman, number 6, Joe McGuire.
Here we go to the top of the 6th inning now. St. Francis with a 4-2 lead. St. Francis, their 4 runs in the 2nd inning. Roosevelt, their 4 runs in the 3rd. And here's Joe McGuire. And the first pitch of this 6th inning is high and away 1-0 to McGuire. McGuire, Heiss, and Nicholson due up for St. Francis. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Who wants it? And it'll drop about halfway up the first base line. Looked like nobody really wanted to call for it there. Finally, Gutierrez, the shortstop, took a chance at it but couldn't get to it. So McGuire aboard at first base. And here's Foster Heiss. Lights now coming on here at DuPage Medical Group Field. Heiss is 2 for 2, a single and a double. So a dangerous hitter here now. Donahue deals. Low and away, 1-0. So 1 ball to no strikes. Here's the set now. And the pitch. Missing outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And in fact, I believe we have a new pitcher having come into the game now for Roosevelt. And here's the delivery. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. Joshua Stivers underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Samuel Silvera is being shown as the pitcher now for Roosevelt. 1 away here now as Heiss flies to right field, and that'll bring to the plate Dolan Nicholson. Nicholson 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. Here's the pitch. And that'll be upstairs 1-0. Nicholson singles in the 2nd inning. Then he grounded out to second baseman Chris Broccolino in the 3rd. 1 ball, no strikes. Imperative here for Roosevelt to keep the game where it is. There's a swing and a ball that came inside, kind of an inside-out swing, popped up behind second. Gutierrez, the shortstop, has it for the 2nd out of the inning. So Silvera trying to work around a leadoff single here. And he is 2/3 of the way home as here's Jake Lasota. Lasota's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Number 14, Jake Lasota.
First pitch coming in here, and it missed outside, 1-0. Cloud cover again moving in here in downtown Joliet. So far, we've been able to get through without any kind of weather delays. Had some rain a little bit this morning, just some slight drizzle, and then some steady rain Saturday night, but it wasn't enough to stop the game. Here's a sharp grounder to Tyler Succi at third. Throws to first, one hopper, but dug out there by Rodriguez at first, and that'll end the inning. So, St. Francis with the leadoff single, but it does not produce any scoring. As in the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and one left on base. We go bottom 6, 4-2 St. Francis. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it'll be Joshua Stiver starting things off here for the Roosevelt Lakers. Stiver's 2 for 2 in the game today. Roosevelt now for the last 4 innings have been able to put their leadoff batter aboard, but really they have had minimal results out of that consistency, as the first pitch is going to be in the up high. I was going to say in the zone, but that didn't happen. And now the next pitch down low, and so it's 2-0 here to Joshua Stivers. I thought that first pitch, quite frankly, was going to be called a letter high strike. Here's the set now, though, and the next pitch, kind of a mini windup, if you will. There's a strike called on the outside edge, so now it's 2-1. Lights, as we said, have come on here now at DuPage Medical Group Field. There's a ball low and inside. 3-1 to Stivers. Could it be 5 straight innings that the leadoff hitter reaches? Swinging a bouncer foul left side. And so it's 3-2. Well, St. Francis has been helped by a couple of very timely double plays. There's a swing and a ground ball left side. Diving stop there at third, but then no throw available here. Tesh made a nice diving stop, but then when he came to his feet, could not hold on to the baseball. And so another leadoff batter is aboard here for Roosevelt. Stivers now, got to believe that'll be scored a single. That would make him 3 for 3 in the game. And here's Carey's Acey. You know, in a tight game, you get those leadoff runners aboard and you can't move them around. You look back and with regret on that if you can't pull the game out. First pitch over but low on a fastball, 1-0 to Carey's Acey, who hit into that 5-4-3 double play in the second inning. The other double play for St. Francis came on a 1-6-3 double play back in the 4th inning. There's a ball high and away, 2-0. And in the case of the 4th inning double play, that really took the wind out of Roosevelt's sails in that inning. They had been able to get the first 2 runners on base. Looked like they had something going, but it didn't happen. There's a called strike now. 2-1 to Acey. Left-hander Colin Kelly working now out of the stretch. And the pitch. That was up in the zone, and a fly ball to left center field. Ranging over to his left is Sean Harper, and he makes the catch. That's the first out of the inning. Well, getting runners on base hasn't been necessarily the problem for Roosevelt. It's what's happened afterwards.
First baseman, number 25, Andrew Rodriguez.
So now here's Andrew Rodriguez. Rodriguez hit into a double play his last time up. There's a pitch that'll sail to the backstop. So a wild pitch will put Joshua Stivers to second base. 1-0 here to Rodriguez. That was a well turned, by the way. The double play that Rodriguez hit into in the fourth inning was very well turned. It was a 1-6-3 twin killing. Kelly to Carraro to McGuire. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball strike to make it 1-1. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball into the air, slicing a little bit away into left center field as it sliced away there from Ketchum, but Ketchum caught up to it. Runner from second tagging, and he head first slides into third. So runner at third with two away now as Rodriguez hit it well, but a good jump there by Luke Ketchum as he was able to run it down. Two away in the inning, and here's Chris Broccolino. Broccolino 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. So runner at third. Roosevelt has stranded 4 in the game so far. First pitch here, a little bit low, 1 ball and no strikes. Broccolino takes here, and that is a curve in there, called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Little off-speed action there coming in from Colin Kelly. 1-1, the kick and the delivery. Strike call on the outside corner. Great pitch there, and now it's 1-2. Kelly gets the sign quickly into the line. 1-2, high and up, high and away. And so it's 2-2. Almost said high and upstairs, which would be redundant. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a one-hopper back to Kelly. Fields runs to the right edge of the mound, throws to first, and that'll close out the inning. And again, Roosevelt could not do anything with a leadoff base runner in the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left on base. We go to the 7th inning, and it stays St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the 7th inning now. And the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for St. Francis. So Sean Harper to start us off here in the 7th inning, headed to the late innings, and another good elimination game. Tight ball game, 4-2 St. Francis. Here's the first pitch, and it'll be down and away. So 1-0 to Sean Harper. Samuel Silvera remains on the mound for Roosevelt. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swinging a ball chopped halfway to the mound and fielded by Silvera. Throw to first base in time for the out. So a quick out here for St. Francis, and that'll bring to the plate Luke Ketchum.
With 1 out, that brings up the center fielder, number 20, Luke Ketchum.
So Matt Donahue today, he went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all were earned. Did not walk a batter and struck out 4. Threw 71 pitches as he faced 21 batters. Luke Ketchum standing in now. He's been hit by a pitch and also was a strikeout. The pitch. Low, ball 1. Here comes the set. And the 1-0 delivery. Over but low. 2 balls and no strikes. Ketchum will be followed by Travis Schoonover. Then if we get that far, Noah Carraro. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th inning in a 4-2 ball game. St. Francis the lead. There's a swing and a ground ball left side. Gutierrez backhands to one knee. Throws to first base. That one not in time. Great effort there by Gutierrez, but too far away to get Ketchum. And so Luke Ketchum is aboard with a base hit. First hit since Joe McGuire led off the 6th inning with a single for St. Francis. Back to the top of the order. And here's Travis Schoonover.
Right fielder, number 30, Travis Schoonover.
Schoonover is 1 for 3. And now Jason Becker out to the mound here for Roosevelt. Let's see if we have a pitching change in the offing. Don't forget, one more game coming up later on tonight, 7 o'clock. Terry Bonadonna will be here for the call to that one, as it'll be Olivet Nazarene and St. Xavier, in effect, the winner's bracket championship game. Silvera comes out, new pitcher coming in for Roosevelt. We'll tell you about it after a break. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Right fielder, number 30, Travis Schoonover.
Into pitch is Augie Schlaffer now for Roosevelt, and the first man he will be facing will be the leadoff hitter in the St. Francis batting order, Travis Schoonover, who, as Schlaffer comes in with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the set and the first pitch, swinging a foul back. 0-1. Schlaffer pitched earlier on today. He threw an inning and gave up 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Here's the set. The 0-1, runner going, swung on, sliced to the left side, and in left field, the ball stays up. Carries AC, makes the catch. Here's a throw into Gutierrez, who relays, and they double the runner off first base. Luke Ketchum was already, if not past, at least to second base. I was watching the flight of the ball there, as that ball quickly got out to Carrizesi in left field. He fired to the shortstop, Gutierrez, and then threw to Rodriguez. And they double the runner off at first base. That is a 7-6-3 double play, and the inning comes to an end. So in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go bottom 7, stretch time in Joliet. Your score. It is St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So here we go to the bottom of the 7th inning now. Matt Donahue leading it off for Roosevelt as they get some defensive help there in the last half inning. And so the first pitch is going to be low, as is the second pitch. As Matt Donahue now is the DH. He was the starting pitcher. He's been lifted, swinging a line drive base hit to center field, and yet another leadoff batter aboard here for Roosevelt in the 7th inning. That's 6 straight innings that the leadoff batter has reached for the Lakers. That'll bring to the plate now the catcher, Brian Fox. And action in the St. Francis bullpen. Well, we have a pitching change here. Colin Kelly has been great getting around these leadoff batters reaching base. But that will be it for him this afternoon. So a pitching change here for St. Francis. We'll tell you about it after a break. Good ball game, 4-2, bottom 7 in favor of St. Francis. We'll take a break and return. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So John McGuire now on for his second appearance of the tournament. His previous appearance, he threw a third of an inning, gave up two runs on 4 hits. Both of those runs were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. And the first batter he faces here is Brian Fox, and he misses on the first pitch for ball 1. 4-2 ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Time running out on Roosevelt. The pitch by McGuire. Fastball, that had some heat on it, and it's in there for a strike at 1-1. So Colin Kelly goes 6+ innings, allows 7 hits, 2 runs. He's responsible for the man at first base. The 1-1, strike called on the outside corner, 1-2. I like the velocity that McGuire right now is putting on his pitches here. Looking quite difficult to make contact with, let alone maybe put into play and reach base. There's a foul back off to the right side out of play. So it stays a 2-strike situation here. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a foul off to the right side out of play, and it stays 1-2. Roosevelt had a leadoff single in the second, did not score. They did score twice in the third after Broccolino led off that inning with a single. Then Stivers led off the 4th with a base hit. He was erased on a 1-6-3 double play. There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout, 1 away in the inning here. Then in the 5th inning, it was Donahue singling, and they left 2 on there. And then in the 6th inning, Stivers singled, advanced on a wild pitch, but was left on base at second base. So here's Daniel Gutierrez now. 1 on, 1 out in the 7th inning. First pitch here, breaking ball, strike called, and it's 0-1. Gutierrez now 1 for 3 in the ball game. Flied to right field his last time up. Here comes the 1-1. The 0-1 rather. And now it's 1-1 as the pitch came in low and away. Donahue at first base, leading off the inning with a base hit. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit in the air. Medium deep right field. Ball caught there in right as Travis Schoonover coming in to his right to make the play, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 away, and here's Andrew Olszewski. So Roosevelt in danger of yet again stranding a leadoff runner on base. Olszewski is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and RBI, and he's been hit by a pitch. Bunches this ball. It's a pop-up. It lands in fair territory. It rolls toward the line, and it stays inside the third base baseline about halfway up the line, and so it's a bunt single for Olszewski. I thought for sure that would roll foul. So here's Tyler Suchy. Well, Suchy, a dangerous hitter. He's been quiet this game, though. He's 0 for 3. But he is capable. If he hits a double into the gap, he could tie the game. Could put the Lakers in the lead with a home run. First pitch to Suchy. Swings at a ground ball to the right side. Moving to his left. Scooping it up, Nicholson throws to first, and that'll end the inning. And Roosevelt leaves 2 more on base in the inning. No runs for Roosevelt on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left on base. And we go to the 8th inning, and it is still St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go to the top of the 8th inning. Tight ball game. 4-2 is the score in favor of St. Francis. And the heart of the order on the way here for St. Francis. Noah Carraro will lead it off here for the Fighting Saints, followed by Josh Tesh and then Joe McGuire. And here's the first pitch of the 8th inning. Swinging a bouncer left side. Suchy back into his left field. Whirls, throws to first base, and in time by about a half a step for the out. Good play there by Suchy. That was hit hard, and Suchy quickly to his left. Able to glove it and then spin and throw out Carraro at first base. 1 out in the inning on 1 pitch. So that'll bring to the plate Josh Tesh, who's 0 for 3. He fouled out to Stivers and right last time up. First pitch here, he goes after it. In the air, left center field deep. Olszewski able to haul it in on the edge of the warning track for the second out of the inning. Olszewski covering a lot of ground there coming off the bat. Thought it might have a chance, but the wind really making it tough to hit the ball over the fence, especially the left field in this game. And there are 2 down in the inning. 2 up, 2 down for St. Francis. Here's Joe McGuire. So far, 1 inning has been Roosevelt's undoing in this game. That and not taking advantage of early base runners in almost every inning. First pitch here misses outside, 1-0 to McGuire. Joe McGuire is 1 for 3, had a single his last time up. 1 ball and no strikes here. The wind and the pitch. Fastball missed outside, 2-0. Foster Heiss would be next. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning, 4-2 St. Francis. Next pitch. Strike called. Looked like it came in kind of over the inner half. Our position is, it's a great view, and it's just set to the left of home plate. And so sometimes pitches that are outside might look over and vice versa. There's a ball to make it 3-1 to McGuire. Sometimes it might look like it's over the inner half when it's over the heart of the plate. And if you're watching in our video stream, if you happen to be paying close attention to the video, we're right next to that camera. There's a ground ball to Gutierrez at short. Low throw at first, but dug out there by Rodriguez, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 frame for St. Francis here in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base through 7.5. It stays. St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and time starting to run out here for the Roosevelt Lakers in this elimination game, as Joshua Stivers will lead it off here for Roosevelt. They have led off every inning with a base runner, save for the first inning when they were retired in order. Stivers today, good day, 3 for 3, but he has been left on base or forced out on a double play every time. So here we go, and the first pitch to Stivers. Looked like a curve in there on the inner half, and it's 0-1 on a called strike from John McGuire. Well, the pitching line now is complete, as there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 to Stivers. Pitching line complete on the St. Francis starter, Colin Kelly. 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. Neither earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a bouncing ball over the mound. Glove there at shortstop, near the bag at second, and a throw to first from Carraro is there for out number 1. 0-1, and here's Kerry Zacey. 1 out, rather, and here's Kerry Zacey. Kelly threw 103 pitches. Had 6 ground balls, 8 fly balls. He faced 26 batters. First pitch here is low and away, 1-0 to Zacey. So for the first time since the first inning, the first batter of the inning retired for Roosevelt. Here's the 1-0 from McGuire. A little bit of a golf swing here. Popped up right side near the first base line. McGuire calling for it and runs it down in foul territory. 2 away in the inning. And here's Andrew Rodriguez. He's 0 for 3 today. And Roosevelt now with just 4 more outs to work with here. Rodriguez 0 for 3, flied out to center field his last time up. Takes the first pitch here, low for ball 1. Here's the wind, the 1-0. Low to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Chris Broccolino would be next. The only time Roosevelt did not leave a runner on base when a leadoff batter reached. There's a ball inside. 3-0. That was back in the second inning. Stivers led off, but then Zacey hit into a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. In every other inning since then, up until now, they have left runners on base. Next pitch waved at and missed. 3-1 now to Rodriguez as he had the 3-0 green light there. 7 left on here for Roosevelt. And in a tight game, very costly. Swinging a pop-up left side out of play. So now, McGuire has battled back on the mound to bring it to a 3-2 count. Two out, nobody on in the Roosevelt 8th. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a foul ball pulled toward the first base dugout, and it stays 3-2. Game 4 coming up tonight, 7 p.m. Perhaps a little earlier. They started this game. It was scheduled at 4. The game prior to this was very quick. I don't remember the time of that game. Swinging a ball laced into right field, and that'll be in there for a base hit. So, yet another base runner, albeit this one for Roosevelt with 2 out in the inning. But it again brings the tying run to the plate, and here's Chris Broccolino. Broccolino is 1 for 3. Pinch runner coming into the game for Roosevelt now. As Broccolino set to come to the plate. Okay, Samuel Silvera is now running at first base. He wears number 11. Earlier on, we had a number 35 on the mound for Roosevelt, who was listed in our live stats as Silvera, so we will see who that earlier pitcher was for the Lakers. Anyway, here's the first pitch missing outside as Chris Broccolino batting here.
Batter is second baseman number 5, Chris Broccolino.
So Broccolino stands in here. He represents the tying run. The pitch swung on and fouled back. And so it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Right-handed hitting Broccolino awaits the pitch. Called strike. So that makes it 2-1 now. And the pitch. Low, 3 balls and a strike. So 3-1 here to Broccolino. A walk here would put the tying run on base. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, as that was a 3-2 offering, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, another base runner left on for Roosevelt. In the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And we go to the 9th at St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. So here we go now to the St. Francis half of the ninth inning, 4-2 ball game. Augie Schlaffer remains on the mound here. And to clarify now, Matt Donahue turned out to be in the game for 6 1/3 innings. He allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Struck out 4, walked none, faced 84 batters. Or rather, threw 84 pitches. If you face 84 batters, you're in a difficult spot. He faced 27 batters. As here's the first pitch to Foster Heiss. And it is down and in 1-0 here. 4-2 ball game, top of the ninth inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up to short center field. 4 players converging, calling for the center fielder Andrew Oshesky, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Heiss flies to center field. Here is Dolan Nicholson now.
Number 7, Dolan Nicholson.
Nicholson in this ball game, 1 for 3, a single and then a ground out and a pop out. Ninth inning, 4-2 St. Francis. Here's the wind and the next pitch. First pitch here to Nicholson, down and in 1-0. Looking ahead to the Roosevelt ninth inning, Donahue, Fox, and Gutierrez. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Lakers. Next pitch high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Roosevelt now 3 outs away from elimination. Here's the wind and the 2-0. Over but low, 3 balls and no strikes. Jake Lasota next, then Sean Harper. Here in the ninth. Here comes the 3-0. As the wind blows, and it is in there, called strike 3 and 1. Not so windy earlier on in the day, but it has picked up as the day has gone on. Cloud cover moving in again here in Joliet. Here's your 3-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off left side out of play. That makes it 3 and 2. Three and 2 to Nicholson. Here comes the payoff. And that'll be fouled off to the left side again out of play. So it stays 3 and 2. Good chatter from the crowd here at DuPage Medical Group Field. Here comes the wind. 3-2 pitch. Sprayed foul left side out of play, and we'll hold it 3 and 2. Good battle here. As we play in the ninth inning. Augie Schlaffer remains on the mound. Augie has both started and worked in relief this year for Roosevelt. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a ball, one hopped to Suchy at third. Gloves throws to first, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Well, from our angle here, that ball to the left side, I thought it was going to go into left field, but it was a one-hopper directly at Suchy. Seemed like a little bit of an optical illusion there as to where the ball was headed. Anyway, it's an out either way. And here's Jake Lasota, who was 1 for 3 in the game. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off to the right out of play, and that makes it 0-1. Lasota grounded out to Suchy at third his last time up. Here's the 0-1. Strike on the inner half. So Lasota quickly in an 0-2 hole here. Augie Schlaffer trying to keep St. Francis where they are and give his team a chance to get at least 2 in the ninth inning. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ball lined to the right side and a little hop into the air by Andrew Rodriguez, and he makes the catch on a line out to end the inning. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Last chance for Roosevelt as their season on the line. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. It is St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We go to the We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. And the DH, Matt Donahue, will start it off for Roosevelt as they have their last chance here in the ninth. First pitch in there, called strike, 0-1. Donahue is 2 for 3. He's grounded out, but then followed that up with 2 singles in the 5th and the 7th innings, respectively. Here's the 0-1, wave and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. John McGuire trying to finish this game up and send St. Francis to the 4 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon. Here's the 0-2, swinging a bouncer right side. A little bit of a slow roller. Glove there at second base by Nicholson, and the throw to first in time for the out. Took a long time to get to Nicholson. He didn't charge the ball, but an out either way. And 1 away in the inning. And here's Brian Fox.
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for Roosevelt, number 9, Tyrone Simpson Jr.
Got a pinch hitter coming up now. Tyrone Simpson will bat here for the Lakers. And the right-handed hitter awaits the first pitch to him. Strike call, then it's 0-1. Well, Roosevelt, when they look back on this game, they will not be able to say they didn't have chances. There's a swing and a ball into the air, short center field. 3 players converging on it and calling for it. I believe that'll be Nicholson to reach back and make the catch. And Roosevelt down to their final out. So Simpson pops out. He is now 0 for 5 in the tournament, and that will bring to the plate Daniel Gutierrez. Gutierrez is 1 for 4, and he's the last hope for Roosevelt in this tournament and for the season. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a foul. I think that caromed off the catcher's helmet there. Everybody seems okay around home plate. 0-1 here to Gutierrez. He had a single in the 3rd inning. Advanced on an error, but was left on base at second base. No balls and a strike. A little wind in the pitch. Squaring to bunt, pulled the bat back, and the pitch is high to make it 1-1. Roosevelt down by a pair. 2 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Andrew Olszewski would be next, and then they would try to extend it as far as Tyler Suchy. Here's a pitch, fastball low and inside. 2-1 to Gutierrez. They would love to give Suchy a chance here. Suchy's had a great tournament, though. He is 0 for 4 so far in this game today. A ways to go before that happens. Here's the next pitch. High and away. That'll put the count on the board now to 3 balls and a strike. Bad one here would bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the 1-3-1 pitch from McGuire. Taken for a strike, 3-2. So we are at the moment of truth in this game. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gutierrez waits. Here's the payoff. Swinging a ball pulled deep down the left field line, but foul. We'll try it again. There is action in the St. Francis bullpen. 3-2 here. Game tonight at 7. The winner will advance to the championship round of the tournament. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive right back up the middle. And so the game is still alive for Roosevelt. That ball was smoked right back through the pitcher's box. John McGuire, I think he tried to make the catch, but he also had to get out of the way of that in self-defense. So a 2-out base hit, and here's Andrew Olszewski. So he stands in. He represents the tying run. First pitch to him. Down and away, and it's 1-0. So things getting a tad more interesting here. 1 ball and no strikes to Olszewski. Here's the set and the pitch. Squares the bunt, pulled the bat back, and the pitch came in high. Olszewski out of the box, now back in. Here's the 2-0. High and away, 3 balls and no strikes. Tyler Suchy awaits on deck, hoping to hit. McGuire looks in for the sign. 3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike call to the letters. That runs it now to 3-1. Skies again darkening here, kind of like we were at the beginning of the day at 10 a.m. this morning. 3-1 now to Olszewski. There's a swing and a foul back, and again, St. Francis 1 strike away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Olszewski back into the batter's box, taps the plate with his bat. Now he'll back out. Here's the set by McGuire. The 3-2. Strike 3 called, and that'll end the game. What a pitch there by McGuire, who comes off the mound with a couple of fist pumps, and St. Francis eliminates Roosevelt to move on to the 4 o'clock game tomorrow, and they will face the loser of tonight's game between St. Xavier and Olivet Nazarene. What a pitch there. And Olszewski caught looking to end the game. So in the inning for Roosevelt, no runs in the inning. On a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. As Roosevelt leaving 9 on base. Final totals in the game. St. Francis 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Roosevelt 2 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. So pencil in St. Francis for the 4 o'clock game tomorrow as Roosevelt's season comes to its conclusion. As your final score here, 4-2 in favor of St. Francis. So coming up next now in a 7 o'clock scheduled start, it'll be Olivet Nazarene against St. Xavier. Terry Bonadonna will be along for the call to that one. Great game here today. A couple of great elimination games today as Roosevelt edged Indiana South Bend 5-4, but then St. Francis holds on and wins 4-2 here. And they are on to the losers bracket final. Our thanks to CJ Selner on scoring and stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Final score again, St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. Hope to see you for 7 o'clock for tonight's 7 o'clock start for the winners bracket finale, or at least the winners bracket championship game. I'll be back tomorrow at 4. Terry Bonadonna will be on for the call of tonight's game. Final again, St. Francis 4, Roosevelt 2. Hope to see you down the road. Either way, until we speak to you again. This is Tom Westenfeld. Thanks for tuning in, and for now, we wish you all a very pleasant good evening.